Welcome to Love and Money Secrets TV. I'm your host, Dame Lillian Walker, and today we are diving deep in with some QUORA questions. And today, let's see, we have a person is asking us here under social advice. I'm really stuck here. I like this boy, and I know for a fact that he likes me back, but he also likes someone else, but she friend zoned him. How do I make him turn to me instead? Okay, so I want to address a few issues here. I want to see if you can see the question there on Quora. I'm trying to catch up here. Anyhow, it says I'm really stuck here. So I want to address that first point. I'm really stuck here means that you haven't made a decision in one direction or the other. So I want you to be absolutely clear that whether you decide to do something or you decide to do nothing, either one is a choice. And oftentimes when we choose not to do something, that by default is an inaction, which makes you feel stuck because it's not an empowering place to be. However, if you decide to take an action and you're moving in the direction of where you want to go, then typically you don't feel stuck anymore. So the next part of your question says, I like this boy and I know for a fact that he likes me back. Fantastic. But he also likes someone else. Okay, so but she friend zoned him. So yeah, we live in a world where we have 7 billion people on the planet. So without a shadow of a doubt, not only does he probably he likes you, but he probably likes a lot of other people too, and that's totally fine. The point is, from your perspective, you can't care that much about how many other people he likes. All you can pay attention to is your part in the interactions that you have with him. And so the next thing you say here is that he likes somebody else, but she friend zoned him. So whatever he does or doesn't do, whether somebody else friend zones him or doesn't, really doesn't make any difference to you. What matters is what's going on between the two of you. If you're looking, and it sounds like by this question that there is a romantic interest here that you have for him, and you want something more than to be just a friend with him, it sounds like it's not so clear that he wants to be more than a friend with you. But you next say, in your question here, you're saying, how do I make him turn to me instead? So this is the thing that you need to be aware of. You can't make anybody do anything. You can't make him turn to you instead of somebody else. No more than he can make you turn your attention from somebody else to him. So the normal interaction between two human beings, especially if you have a male and a female, and you like him and he likes you, is that you look to spend time with each other. You look to, you make eye contact, you smile, you recognize each other in terms of recognizing that, hey, I like what I see, they like what they see. Then the next step is getting to know each other. And it's a matter of talking and getting to actually know each other at a more intimate level. First it's something very superficial, and as you start to peel back the layers of the onion, he shows an interest in you, you show an interest in him, you allow him to ask you questions, you allow him to explore the mystery of who you are. Then you open up and you start to tell him, and you get to learn a little bit more about him, and he discloses who he is, and either that revelation either attracts you further, or maybe it stops you dead in your tracks, or maybe it repels you. Either way, it's all fine. You go on to say here, it's very clear to me, and I find a lot of women have this issue, some men too, but a lot of girls are looking to make him take me back, look him to pay attention to me, look at him to chase, stop. The point is, if you're trying to make somebody do something, if you're trying to control another human being, if you're trying to manipulate them to get them to do something, then you're giving away your power. The fact is, as a woman, as you step forth outside of your home and you live your life and you are following your passion, you're following your joy, you're following your curiosity, you're doing the things that you do, see what you see, hear what you hear, feel what you feel, and you're enjoying life, you're having fun. whether you're doing it with friends, whether you're doing it alone, both and everything in between. You're going to meet interesting people, and you're going to catch someone's eye, and they're going to catch your eye. You're going to notice somebody, and then if there is enough of a connection between the two of you, then hopefully a spark is ignited, and then you get to know each other, and it's a matter of you talking to them talking to you. But you have to make sure that you don't overinvest. It sounds like here you're overinvesting in someone who's not reciprocating any interest in you. And for me, a guy that doesn't reciprocate the interest that I'm a genuinely curious person. I love to meet people. I meet a large number of people. I've been talking and interviewing people, for over 2-3 decades. So I have a natural curiosity about human beings. But when it comes, it's a little bit different when it comes to a romantic interest. That common denominator still stays the same, but you are going to, you're going to express something that lets the other party know that, I'm kind of really interested in getting to know you, and not maybe just on a business or a platonic level, but I'm genuinely interested maybe in getting to know you better. Maybe there's something here, maybe he's not. If a man, a gentleman, a young man is not reciprocating, not showing you interest, that should be an automatic turnoff to you. You're usually fending guys off who are giving you unwanted attention, and now you're going to be attracted to the one who doesn't want to give you attention? No, that doesn't. You got to pay attention to the energy in your body. Feel how that feels. That doesn't feel good. So when you recognize that doesn't feel good, then you let it go. That's a turn off. That doesn't turn me on to feel that someone is not interested in me. So you should be paying attention to what you feel. If a guy is genuinely interested in you and you're interested in him, now things are moving in the right direction. But you know what? There's 7 billion people on the planet. And as you know, there are really good-looking guys there that are good-looking, and that's not everything. You can have a guy that's less good-looking, who's better educated, who has more gentlemanly manners, who is stable, responsible, respectful, teaches you with admiration and respect, has a genuine interest in not just pursuing getting something from you, but has a genuine interest in you. That's an attractive feature in a guy. And lots of guys are going to show you that type of interest, and then you get to pick, okay, which one, you get to put the brakes. You can't cross these lines, and only maybe this one person that you will say, yeah, I'm going to allow you to enter into a more intimate space with me, kind of get to know me at a deeper level. And then if you're pursuing something romantic where you're welcoming it and allowing it to come into your experience, then it's a mutual agreement that both of you move forward. So my advice to you here is, don't try and make him anything. Make him call you, make him text you, make him pay. If you have to make a guy pay attention to you, he's the wrong guy. It's just not the right thing. And I will tell you this, it's better for you to be alone without a shadow of a doubt. I would 1,000 times over, 1,000,000 times over, I would much rather be alone than with the wrong person. If I'm wasting my time with someone who's kind of lukewarm, who's on the fence, who's kind of wishy-washy, that I like them more than they like me, the moment that dynamic, if I feel that dynamic at any point in time, it just shuts me down. Now all of a sudden I'm not interested in that person, even if it was something maybe even more plutonic before. It's just a turnoff. It's just not attractive, because that sexual polarity between men and women, that is, it's a creative energy. There's all sorts of business projects that you can create with that type of energy. If you're not looking for creating other business projects, if you're looking for a romantic pursuit, it's that polarity dynamic that it's an equal give and take, where they draw you, you draw them. The moment that is not there, then if you love yourself enough to respect and value who you are and not want to give your power away, because that's really what this is about. The sooner, the earlier you can learn this energy management of not giving your power away to another, because it's more important what you think, what you're feeling, than what they are. Then you can monitor once you know where you stand, where your vibrational frequency is, and you're not giving away your power, worrying about who they're paying. I mean, mind you, even if you are dating this guy, even if you're married, they're going to be paying attention to other human beings, men and women, because hopefully they're a respectful, responsible, accomplished human being who is operating out in the world, interacting with all types of energies and personalities. If your guy is not looking at other women and doesn't have any kind of reaction in any way, shape, or form, I'm not saying cheating, because cheating is not cool. That's a boundary that, that's a deal breaker for me. But if he doesn't recognize or see a beautiful woman that's walking down the street when you're at the mall or at the beach, first of all, you're going to be looking at that beautiful woman because the human eye is designed to look and appreciate beauty. And just as all the women are checking out that beautiful heels that she's wearing, beautiful dress, bathing suit, gorgeous hair, really cool makeup, maybe really beautifully placed makeup, maybe a beautiful lip color, maybe she's got beautiful lashes, maybe the nail color calls your attention. Guess what? The guys are going to look at that too. So if he has high testosterone and he is in good hormonal balance and he has red blood coursing through his veins and his heart is working right, then yeah, he's going to pay attention. That shows you that his hormones are working, that they're in balance. A guy who has low testosterone, high estrogen, that's out of whack, who's half dead, isn't going to notice any woman around him because he's barely alive. That's not the type of guy that you want. So you just have to be secure enough in your own skin. You have to be confident enough to have self-respect and love for yourself, that you know you have yourself anchored in straight in a proper place for your own health and well-being. When you're in that place, then you're going to attract somebody else who's also anchored and set straight in their persona. And now when the dynamic is turned around, because you're going to be moving around, you have to go to work or run your business or do whatever it is, however you operate in the world, yeah, he's going to notice that other guys look at you, but that's not something that you control. You're not looking really at other guys when you're with your guy, because that's not how girls are typically. Or you might see a guy, but you're not lusting after him. You just see him, you're like, yeah, that's a good looking guy, but so what? You can see a lot of good looking guys and recognize that they're good looking, but not be attracted to them. It doesn't do anything for you. So I hope this answers your question. Thank you for writing a request for me to answer your particular question. My friends and gems, I want to tell you that we have a show sponsor. We have NLPpower.com, which is from the San Diego Hypnosis Institute. We have Dr. David Snyder. I would suggest to you, if you are having issues, Dr. David Snyder, I happen to be one of his advanced students. Check out his courses at NLPpower.com. An incredible wealth of information that he has on YouTube. Check it out. I would encourage you to take some neuro-linguistic programming classes, maybe some self-hypnosis, maybe a killer influence class, or an identity by design, so that you can start to design on purpose, with awareness, how it is that you want to appear in the world with more confidence, with more embracing of your true inherent self-worth and your value. You become empowered. You start to learn the tools and techniques so that you can uplift and empower yourself, because you want to be operating in a place of wholeness. Once you're in a place of wholeness, then you're going to attract another person who's whole. Until then, you're operating from a place of codependence, and you're only going to attract another codependent individual. And as soon as the heat or the fire, you have a little bit of stress and pressure, boom, that's not going to work. It's going to break. It's not in your best interest. So thank you for tuning in, tapping and turning on. And I'm your host, Dame Lillian Walker. My friends and gems, I thank you for tapping in today, and ciao for now. And oh, by the way, we're going to be announcing in our next broadcast the 4 winners for the month of September. each week we have a winner who has won one of these t-shirts thanks to nlppower.com, our show sponsor, and we will be announcing those 4 names, and then we will ship those to you once you send us your shipping address. All right, thank you much. Bye-bye now.